Speaking of a user, we're going to bring on Young right now because I promised that we were not going to wait too long to bring him on because I know he's got something going on a little bit later on. But Young Cho out of California, this is Matt. If I'm not mistaken, this is one of your very first users of the service.
Yeah.
So Young, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Young, for joining us. And there's nothing better. I think the only thing better than the owner of a service talking about it would be a person who is actually using the service and just sharing kind of your thoughts and your experiences with it, and just kind of tell everybody what you want to say about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. Once again, my name's Young. I'm a DJ from the San Francisco Bay Area. I've been just a quick background about myself. I've been DJing since 1987. Yeah, don't let the looks fool you.
I was gonna say you don't even look old enough, man.
Wait a minute. Oh, you started DJing when you're 5? No. It's the wonderful Asian genes that I have. So yeah, I started DJing in 87, started doing it professionally roughly around 95 or so, and I did the whole mobile. I started as a mobile DJ like most Bay Area DJs do here, and then from there I went into the club circuit and did radio, and now I've kind of gone back into the mobile. So now I do specifically weddings and corporate events. I did a full circle in my DJ career here, but yeah, I've been using Request Now for over a year now, and to be honest, I don't remember how I hooked up with Matt, but I just found out about Request Now, and I said, this is exactly what I need, because dealing with requests is a normal thing for me as a DJ. Even whether I'm doing clubs or whether I'm doing mobile events, I get song requests all the time. So I'm like, there's got to be an easier way. And for quite a while, I was kind of looking for something like, there's got to be a way where they can tell me the song request, but they don't have to come up to me and ask me and bother me throughout the night. And it's just real simple and streamlined. And then that's how I discovered Request Now. So yeah, I've been using it for over a year. I've been using it for all different types of events. I've done it for weddings, corporate, high school, middle school events. Those are like kind of the gist of what my company does. So the majority of our events are those types of events. So I've used it pretty much for all different settings and see where it kind of works and when it doesn't work. And it works beautifully on any kind of setting, really. Especially I would say for middle school and high schools. I'm sure you guys have experienced those kids. They love making song requests. Like that's all they want to do. They do this, and then they send you 15,000 song requests, but they don't really dance. They just kind of, especially middle school, they just kind of stand around. But they're like, hey, can you play this? Can you play that? Can you play this? And so my son, who's 16, he picked up DJing about 2 years ago. So he started taking over some of the high school and middle school events for our company. So he uses it. And he's kind of more of a soft-spoken. He's not really an MC type of DJ. He's very kind of shy, soft-spoken guy. So he, for him, it's really comfortable for him for people to just basically punch in the number and send the song request directly to him without having to interact with the kids. So, yeah, so he loves it. He's used it for his own high school events, for a few middle school events around here. He's used it for, and I like it because, well, significantly right now, it's playing a huge role with the whole, a social distancing thing. So I know I spoke to Matt. I'm like, this is the time where your product needs to be going out to every DJ out there. And I just did my first wedding about 3 weeks ago, I guess, after the pandemic hit us. So in California, here in the Bay Area, they don't allow dancing anymore.
Wow.
For now, yeah. It's basically, if you're going to DJ a wedding, maximum capacity is 50. It's got to be outdoors, no dancing. You can play dinner music, you can play background music, but nothing else. So we're pretty much an iPod, based. That's what it comes down to. But I still wanted to make it so that I'm able to let the guests know, hey, even though you guys can't dance, you guys can make song requests, you guys still have fun. So I've been using it. And so I used it for the first time, I guess, during the pandemic a few weeks ago, and it worked great. I told people, I said, hey, I know we can't dance, but text your song requests into this number, and people were doing it because they want still, even though they can't dance, they were still sending those song requests, and it works out really well. So and like kind of Matt said, I think the biggest part why I like this so much is that it allows people to make as many song requests as they want it's on a phone number that never hits my cell phone. That's the biggest misconception. I think a lot of DJs, I tell them about this product. They're like, oh, I don't want everyone to be blowing up my cell phone. I'm like, no. It doesn't even go to your cell phone. It goes to your computer. Like that's the whole entire time. So when I'm DJing, I use Serato. I'm switching back and forth between Serato and the Request Now site, and I'm pulling songs off of, okay, what should I play? Okay, I'm going to play that one next, you know? And the beauty of the recent upgrade that Matt did too is being able to allow people to punch in their name. So if Susie requests, you know, whatever song they want, I can say, yo, Susie, your song's coming up next. Where you at? You know, and it's
that's huge.
Like, oh, right here, right?
Yeah. That's huge. That's another level of interaction, right?
It
there.
is,
That's
right?
huge.
It's a huge interaction thing. So, and I'm very interactive with my, no matter what, whether I do a club, whether I do a corporate event, whether I do a wedding, I'm super interactive with the audience. I'm always like, you know, keeping them hyped, talking to them. But that's, as you mentioned earlier, you know, like some people go to the bathroom and they come back. Well, where's my song? I just played it for you, you know? So this kind of prevents that from happening. You let them know, hey, Susie, your song's coming up next. You better get ready. And they're like, oh, they're jumping around. So that's really helpful too. But yeah, I think the beauty of it is just that it's just so streamlined. It's a simple process where it's one less thing for you to have to worry. So you can focus on what you do best, as is DJing. You don't have to worry about somebody coming up right in between the middle of a transition. They're like, hey, can you play Uptown Funk? And you're like, yeah. Okay. Right. It doesn't happen anymore. They just basically text all the song requests. And the way I've been letting people know about the song, about the number is I will jump right in the middle of the dance floor before the dancing starts, and I'll just walk around the room. And I got my iPad here. I just show my iPad and I walk around and I go here, you know, and I walk around and let everyone see it. They'll start busting out their cell phone cameras, and sometimes I'll even tell them, say, everyone pull out your camera. Everyone pull out your cell phone camera. Everyone pulls them out. I'm like, I want you guys all to take a picture of this. Take a picture of this, and they're literally doing this, and I'm walking around the room and they're taking photos of it, right? So that's one method I've been using. Just recently, I just started putting up a little plastic placard thing up by my DJ booth. Also, people walk up, they love the QR code. This is a new upgrade that I think Matt just recently started doing with the QR scan. So they just started doing that. They love that. They can scan it with their phone. So I just started doing this on the first wedding I did, and it worked great. They were just walking up. They weren't bothering me. They would just take a picture of it. And I made an announcement. I said, hey, if you want to make song requests, you know, text your number to this, text your song request to this. And they would walk up to the booth and they would take pictures of it. But it streamlines everything. You know, it's kind of, and it allows us to interact with the guests in a sense of like, you can write a message back to their phone, or you can jump on the mic and say, hey, John, I got your song coming up. You know, don't go anywhere. Or let's say I make it kind of fun. So if somebody comes up with kind of an odd song request, but it's kind of cool, but it's kind of corny, but it's funny at the same time, I'll be like, all right, John, who's John? Where's John? I'll stop the music. And then they'll be like, John will be like, I'm like, okay, I got your YMCA coming up in just a bit. And people are just like laughing at them, but they have a good time with it, right? It's a fun time. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I kind of make it fun. I make it interactive. And then the other big tool, again, I always explain to all DJs, it's more than just a song requesting service. It's also a strong marketing tool. So I've actually gotten inquiries from this because
that's what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I want to ask you is how many, if you had to put a number on it. And before you answer this question, if you don't mind, I just want to jump onto a couple of comments here. Sure. First of all, we want to thank Lincoln for checking in with us tonight. Thank you, Lincoln, for jumping on. He said he wanted to find out more about Request Now. So this is the best people to be listening to right now, Lincoln. We've got one of the co-founders along with one of the first adopters of the program on with us right now talking about it. Could you maybe put a number or an approximate on how many times you've really kind of gotten something after the fact, somebody just check in and saying, hey, I was at an event that you did and I'd love to chat with you? I've gotten 2 bookings out of it. I've gotten 8 or 9 inquiries. From it, and some people they'll just reply back because I send them a thank you note at the end of the night. So the way it works is that once the event's over, I send just kind of a text blast to everybody. Say, hey, thanks for hope you had a good time at John and Susie's wedding. Get home safe, and then I'll put my website right underneath there. So they usually go to my website right away, and they see my videos, they see all my information, they see my email, and they'll say, hey, I was at John and Susie's wedding the other night, and I wanted to get some information about your services. I'm getting married in whatever next year, whatever. So I've gotten two bookings from it, and I've gotten probably about 9 or 10 responses. So I'll send somebody a message that night, usually like within a matter of
15 minutes. Just click of a button. That's the beauty of it. You click a button and then that message just gets blasted out to everybody. And people will respond back and they'll say, man, you did a great job. You killed it. Thank you so much. Da, 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 you know? So I know that they're getting it. And yeah, it's a super strong marketing tool. It's just, like you said, it's better than just like a business card because it's on their phone and they'll be like, oh, cool. Like we're getting married in a year and they're just going to save it on their phone. And then when they're ready to book or start shopping around for a DJ, that's where they look up the phone and go, oh, okay, Twin Spin. Let's give them a call. Let's check them out. So I've been working with using the service for quite a while. And when I first started it, I was kind of giving Matt some suggestions based on my experience, like how can you guys can help improve the service a little bit. And he's taken a lot of my suggestions and he's ran with them.